Welcome to Uniquely Loved, a celebration of authenticity and divine inspiration. We are encouraged to be our own unique, authentic selves. Join me, Tech Witch Nikki, as we discuss spiritual gifts and skills we can develop and enhance, speak with amazing people using their skills in a variety of ways, and explore the different ways to connect to the wonders of the universe. Hello, loved ones. Today I would like to discuss basic magical protections. Now, before we fully begin, I want to say that these do not replace conventional, mundane methods of protection. When I say this, I mean locks on doors, setting your own boundaries, speaking your truth so others know where your lines are and not to cross them. They also include law enforcement, the court systems, and other mundane entities that are designed to protect and serve. The magical protections are designed to enhance and work with the mundane methods while protecting us from anything spiritual or energetic that would harm or otherwise disrupt our lives. There are so many different ways to perform protection spells. I simply cannot go into them all. Many are deeply personal to the practitioner and are tailored to their specific needs. What I am going to go over are the bones of many rituals that you can either use as is or combine it with your own flair as you see fit. As always, do what resonates and feels right for you. Many use crystals in their craft. Crystals have their own frequency and, as such, have healing, protecting, and many other really cool properties. They can be charged, programmed, and cleansed for any purpose you desire. They are not a one time use only type tool. Crystals can be cleansed and recharged or reprogrammed anytime that you need to do so. Now, how do we charge a crystal? It depends on your purpose. You can charge a crystal by moonlight, sunlight, or even your own energy. The sun is great for powering up. Just be careful because some crystals cannot tolerate direct sunlight. The moon is great for gentle yet powerful charging. Also, pay attention to the cycle of the moon for this. Many follow the lunar cycle for their magical workings. Each phase has their own meanings. Many people can channel energy, and this can also be used in charging our tools. Fun fact, everyone can learn this skill. It takes time, practice, and a willingness to learn with our guides and mentors. Now, I said programming. How the heck do we do that? Well, one very simple method is you can use your breath. You hold your crystal in your hand and you tell it what its purpose is, what you want it to do. And then you breathe on it to imprint that intent into the stone. You have power. Our will is power. Our own energy, our own focus is power. Everyone is a powerful being. We simply usually do not recognize our own power. You can also ask your guides. You can hold the crystal and call upon your guides, ancestors, or whomever you want to ask for their help. Ask them to bless or charge the crystal with the intent that you need. Relax and listen. You may feel the air around you shift. You may get a little snippet of a song or a phrase flow through your mind. You might feel energy. It is possible to not feel or sense anything at all as well. These perceptions all depend largely on our own intuition and how much we trust those senses. The more we grow, the more we perceive. Trust that your request has been honored. It has. You can carry these crystals with you, wear them, or put them in your sacred space. Do what feels right for your purpose. Now, when you're done with the crystal or when you get one from somewhere, how do you cleanse it? They can be cleansed in a very wide variety of ways. Now, again, make sure you know what kind of crystal you have, as many are not good going into water or direct sunlight. Many will cleanse their crystals by the light of the full moon each month. You can leave them inside on a windowsill, on the dash of your car if it's outside, or even directly outside if the weather is okay for it. They do not have to sit out all night long. It can really just be for a few minutes or even an hour, depending on how you feel and your needs. The sun is also great for cleansing, provided the crystal can handle direct sunlight. There is a crystal named selenite, and this crystal never needs charging. In fact, it also helps charge other crystals. As you might be able to tell from the name, it is linked to Selene, a lunar goddess. This means that selenite has the properties to charge and cleanse just like the full moon. We can also use smoke to cleanse our tools. This ranges from burning herbs, sage, incense, or even wood is effective. Now, if your soil is dry, you can also bury your stone to essentially ground it and release anything that it has picked up or stored. If you do this, leave it for a day or so to allow Mother Earth to gently cleanse your crystals. Now, there's a whole bunch of other cool tools that you can use as well. Scents, herbs, and essential oils can all play a part in protection spells. Do you have a favorite perfume or cologne that you like to wear every day? If the answer is yes, you can infuse it with your intent. You can use the crystals and herbs to help with this, your breath, or even asking your guides, or all of these. Find the crystals and herbs that correspond to your goal. Look for the spiritual properties or meanings for protection, harmony, balancing, and anything else that feels right for your purpose. Program those tools in the way that we've already specified, and then set your perfume or cologne bottle down surrounded by or being touched by these crystals and herbs. They do not have to touch the oil or liquid itself. Proximity is just fine. They will help channel your intent into the liquid. Now, when I say intent, I simply mean your intended purpose for the spell. It can be as simple as, I want to be protected from harmful energies, from emotions, and people who are toxic to me. Or you can go into more detail and get as specific as you want. We must tell our tools, our guides, and the universe what we need and what we want so they know how best to aid us. They don't just automatically know. When your spell is complete, just spray on your scent as you normally do. Trust that it will help fulfill your intent. It is done. There's another really cool tool called visualization. This employs our imagination, our creativity, and our will all in one shot. Whenever I do any spell, regardless of the tools being used, I always ground myself into Mother Earth. I went over this in the last episode. And then I visualize and intend that I am connected to the universe as well. This way, I am connected above, below, and here. From this point, you can visualize, sense, imagine, or even just think that a white or golden light is coming down to you from the universe and surrounding you in a protective field of light and energy. From here, you would then state your intent for the protective light, essentially programming it to your needs. You can say it out loud or even just think it in your mind. It works either way. I have an intent that I use every single day. You can modify this as needed because I can sense and feel emotions and different energies, I have to include extra instructions for my intents. So you can play around with however you want to do it. But what I say is, I program my circle to not allow anything that is not of my highest good. I can recognize the emotions of others, but I will not absorb them or become overwhelmed by them. This circle will not be harmed in any way and will only be dismissed by me. The circle will move with me everywhere I go and will not be destroyed or harmed by interacting with people or animals. I am protected above, below, within, without. Thank you. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We don't have to get all, you don't have to get all eloquent like a poet or anything like that. You can just state it simply and it's just fine. There are many practitioners who use physical circles of protection. They're usually drawn on the floor or a roll-up mat or cloth. Those are generally used in specific rituals, ceremonies, and other magical workings. I use a different kind of magical circle. I ask the elements for their aid. I do this one every day with the intent that I stated earlier. This one actually takes a little bit of movement, and you must know the cardinal directions. First, I stand up and I face east, and I say, Element of air, I call on you. Then I turn south and say, Element of fire, I call on you. And then I face west and say, Element of water, I call on you. And then I turn north and say, Element of earth, I call on you. I raise my hands, still facing north, and say, with the elements combined under spirit, I cast this circle of protection. Here's where you would state your intentions to program it, and always remember to thank whomever you are calling upon. That's it. Then I can go about my day. Now, when you're ready to dismiss it, such as when you get home for the night or right before bed, you can also, you basically do this again, but backwards. So I would face north and say, element of earth, I thank you and bid you farewell. Then I face west and say, element of water, I thank you and bid you farewell. And then turn south and say, element of fire, I thank you and bid you farewell. And then turn east and say, element of air, I thank you and bid you farewell. The circle is open, the need is done. And that's it. I have done this so often, literally every single day, that it has become second nature. It happens much faster than it used to, and it really only takes a couple of seconds out of my day now. Magical rituals of any kind are usually designed to enhance our lives, not to make them harder or to increase the mental load on us each day. There's already so much stuff that we have to keep track of. There are some rituals and ceremonies that are much more formal and take some time. I do not do those kind in daily practice. I'm a mom and a business owner, so I already have a lot to keep track of anyway. Our guides, the universe, they all want us to live and find a good balance in our work, in fun, play, and spiritual areas in our lives. They don't want it all to be so all consuming. Good balance is always stressed. There are many different tools and methods that you can incorporate spellcraft into your life. Play and experiment, research, and have fun with it. Before any spell work, I always recommend grounding and doing a protective circle of some kind. This will help protect you from any unwanted attention. I keep my protections up all day as I interact with people online and in person. Energy does travel virtually as well as physically. Good spiritual hygiene is super duper important. Make it your own. Make it a daily habit. You will find that grounding and protecting will help you in so many different areas of your life. Thank you for joining me today as we explore what makes us uniquely loved. Be sure to subscribe. More adventure awaits. For more articles and to work with me as your personal guide, go to www.techwitchlayer.com. Always remember, you are accepted, you are valid, you are loved.